The general who runs the NSA said an AI broke into almost all of their classified systems.
Not over weeks. The NSA is not a soft target. These are systems built by people who spend their entire careers thinking about exactly this kind of attack. Air gaps, compartmentalization, multi-factor everything. Hardened against nation-state adversaries with billions of dollars and decades of patience. An AI got through most of it in hours.
And the way it came out matters. Senator Mark Warner said General Rudd told him directly, which means this wasn't a leak hunting for daylight. The government chose to surface it.
Which tells you something about the scale. When the person responsible for those systems decides the admission is less dangerous than the silence, the breach was serious enough that silence wasn't an option.
The UK and Australia found out the same way everyone else did, after the fact. No consultation, no warning window. The access just stopped.
A decision that affected intelligence relationships with America's closest partners got made and executed before anyone could push back.
Because the alternative was what? A few more hours of the model being live while diplomats talked it through?
Nobody had written the rules for an AI just broke into the NSA because nobody had seriously modeled that as a near-term event.
Now they have to, and the allies who got cut off without a phone call have to decide what that says about the relationship. Something else crossed a threshold this week, just a different kind of distance.
13 billion years of it. There's a comet passing through right now that formed somewhere else. Not somewhere else in our solar system, somewhere else entirely. Another star system, possibly one that no longer exists.
Webb caught it.
These things move fast, and they don't slow down for us. Webb managed to analyze the chemistry coming off it as it warmed up near the sun. The gases and particles it releases are basically a record of what it's made of, which is a record of where it came from.
And the chemistry is wrong.
Wrong for us, in ways that are specific enough to be useful. A comet is essentially a frozen time capsule. Dust, ice, and organic molecules locked in since its star system was young. Those ingredients vary depending on the star, so the chemical fingerprint is like a return address. This one's address doesn't match anything in our solar system. The ratios of certain molecules, the presence of compounds we don't typically see in our own comets. It's not noise, it's a signal. Whatever star this thing formed around, that star was running a different recipe.
This is the third one we've confirmed. The naming convention tells you something. The number is the order of discovery, the letters say where the object came from, interstellar space, and ATLAS is the telescope survey that spotted it. The first was Oumuamua in 2017, just a strange tumbling object that we almost missed entirely. Then Borisov in 2019, which actually looked like a comet. Now this one, 3I Atlas, and it might be older than the sun.
Something older than the star we orbit just passed through, and we had the right telescope pointed at the right patch of sky. A survey of 70 Chinese universities found 8 Japanese language programs and 5 German ones announced for elimination in the past few months.
And replaced them with drone economics and physical robotics.
The official reasoning is that enrollment dropped. Students stopped signing up because AI translation tools are good enough now that the degree stopped making sense as a career investment.
Which is a strange way to watch a technology work. It didn't eliminate the translators who already existed, it just made the next generation decide not to become translators.
The jobs didn't disappear loudly, the pipeline just quietly stopped filling.
And universities are responding in real time. That's new. Normally, higher education lags the economy by a decade. Curriculum committees, accreditation boards, bureaucratic inertia. The whole apparatus is designed to move slowly.
When enrollment in a language program collapses because students pulled out their phones and thought, why would I spend 4 years on this? That's a pretty clear message.
Language learning isn't just vocabulary and grammar. It's a way of thinking about how another culture sees the world. You can translate a sentence with software. You can't translate the intuition that comes from years of being inside a language.
And those students aren't being asked to think about what's lost. They're being handed a schedule that says the answer is already settled.
Every country with a university system is watching this. The question nobody's answered yet is whether the thing that gets optimized away was actually optional.
The Bank of England just redrew the rules for digital money, not by limiting what individuals can hold, but by capping how big any single stablecoin can get. £40 billion, then a guardrail kicks in.
Most stablecoins are pegged to the dollar. This one's pegged to the pound, and the UK just decided it wants its own plumbing. The 40 billion cap sounds restrictive, but it's actually the opposite. It's cleaner than telling every individual user how much they're allowed to hold. Companies can build to a known limit.
Whether anyone builds something big enough to hit that ceiling is a different question entirely.
Dark matter is the invisible stuff that holds galaxies together. It outweighs everything we can actually see in the universe 5 to 1, and we still have no idea what it is.
Astronomers just found hints there might be dense clouds of it wrapped around supermassive black holes, including the one at the center of our own galaxy.
They found it by timing light echoes, pulses of light bouncing off gas near the black hole, and noticing there's more gravitational pull there than the black hole alone can account for.
You measure what the light does and subtract what you know, and whatever's left over has to be something.
It's the first real technique for studying dark matter in some of the most extreme places in the universe, and it suggests we've been looking in the wrong neighborhoods.
The UK is deploying AI that scans faces to guess how old asylum seekers are at the border, and they already know it gets it wrong.
Their own internal tests flagged it. The system regularly reads children as adults.
And a child who gets read as an adult doesn't get placed with other children. They get placed in adult detention.
This is the first time facial age estimation has been used for asylum seekers anywhere, and it's raising alarms before a single scan has been run.
Age verification AI has been spreading fast. Social media, online content, now immigration decisions that can't easily be reversed.
The gap between how confident the tech looks and how often it's actually wrong keeps showing up in the places where being wrong matters most. We'll be back tomorrow.
One thing we didn't cover today, SpaceX is rumored to be in the bond market looking to raise $20 billion, just days after its successful IPO.
See you then.
Singularity Pulse is for informational purposes only. Nothing here is financial, legal, or professional advice. Views expressed are our own.
I'm Knox. Every Saturday on Pulse Deep Dive, one story told in acts. This season, how AI happened, who really invented the internet, and going back to the moon 53 years later. New chapter every Saturday. Find it wherever you listen.
Origins is a different kind of show. Every Sunday, we investigate the forces that shaped the modern world, the geography, the science, the commerce, the decisions made centuries ago that are still playing out today. Find it wherever you listen to this podcast.